and welcome to Basketball Talk Pro. Well, this is the first of 6 segments in which we show a different drill in each one of these segments. If you would like to have us show a drill, just click on the email, and it says Monk System Drill Book. Pick any one of those drills. I don't do other people's drills, so make sure you look there and find the drill that you would like. Well, this particular segment is film work. We're going to show films of 2 drills that we described before. You can go back into the archive and you can find the segment. It was in the last 3-4 weeks that we showed it, and you'll be able to go through that, and that'll show you how we presented it on the board. But this is a film with regular college players. It's a regular practice, but just remember they've not seen the drill before, and it was actually the first and second day of practice, and so there's going to be a lot of mistakes, but you will hear comments and corrections, and so that's that's a way that you can learn this drill. I would recommend that you try to run these 2 drills as close to how I run them and what I tell them, and not start tweeting on them, because they're made in a certain way, and they're made to be effective. They're simple drills, but they're effective because of repetition. We repeat these and we run these every day in practice. So by the end of the season, or even earlier, they get very good at it, and their footwork defensively improves dramatically in guarding players and other defensive situations. You have to stay with something. I talk over the film, so to try to explain things for you. So we'll go to the films now, because it's a little longer, and we'll go from the defensive drill number 1 right to defensive drill number 2, and then we'll close it. Thank you.
Okay, here you see the lineup that I put on the board for you, and I like to give them plenty of space. What I'm doing right now is explaining to them the use of the hands. What I'm telling them is that they need to work every day with their hands up when they make their defensive slide moves, so that in a game they don't get tired, for one thing, doing it that way. They have stamina, but they remember when they get in a defensive stance that their hands should be up and active. So now I'll take them through the very first one. Every day is the same when we do this drill. The first one is very slow. See, I'm doing this very slow, and what I'm telling them is to follow me, not their feelings about going faster. But if a offensive man slows down, you got to slow down. Now, here is very important. The drop step that I talked to you about on the whiteboard. And I'm going to back that up a little bit so you can see it. This is the first day for it, so there's a lot of experimenting. Let's see if I've got it. Okay. See, and not all the stances are real good yet, but we have to demonstrate and get a feel for things before we can really bear down on them. There, you see the step there, the drop step through here. That's one of the very important things that we deal with in this drill, in all our both of our defensive drills. And so we want them to get comfortable with this. Watch it again there. Now they're not very fast with it, but you'll see in a while that we can make that go pretty fast. Now I want to get by a little bit of this instruction. Uh, Now, what I'm demonstrating here, I'm going to demonstrate, is if you don't bring your feet together, how you shorten the distance that you can travel. I'll be showing, see, I'm showing them now. Uh, you know, some of them are okay. They were doing it anyway, putting their feet together. But and I just want you to see the demonstration. I am again showing them that you're half a step, you're going halfway. Now, I think I show them the full step. Yeah, you see, bringing the feet together, it makes so much difference. You'd be surprised how players quick pick up. I had a college player that I just showed that to. It was a girl. I showed it to her maybe um, took 5 minutes. And honestly, she just, her one-on-one defense just improved overnight. Okay, okay, now this will be the second set. It'll go a little bit faster. Now we've talked to them about their footwork. Watch for that, bringing their feet together, and watch for how they throw that leg back on that one move. You have to drive that leg back. See, we're going harder now, but it's not hard yet. Watch your footwork. Okay, there's the first one at the drop step. This guy didn't do it on the far side, on the close side, I mean. See, I don't keep them out there very long. Um, okay, we're getting ready for number uh, 3 now, which is harder, but we only do 3. Players know it. They don't they don't have to think that they're going to be up there all day. We don't punish them. We're working on a skill here that we want to perfect. Watch that drop step. Some of them are not doing it real well. But this is the first day. It's obvious to me that a lot of them have not had much work. There, that was a good one there on this kind of footwork. Otherwise, they pick it up. Some of them are picking it up pretty quick. See the drop step? We- are trying to move them a little faster now. In 2, 3 days, we'll move them a lot faster. So that's it. 3 times. That's all we ask of them. And now we'll go take a look at drill number 2. Okay, this is drill number 2. We alternate, as I told you, each day. You'll have a little trouble seeing the players line up down here, but I think you can get the idea. They all start the same. I'd recommend you have a towel. Now don't do this standing over in here. Get down there with the players. Get right in there with them, and they can hear you. And we never allow them to go on their own. They must wait for me to say go. And the first one, they go very slow. trying to get their footwork. I'm reminding them about the hands, arms up. Okay. Now, this one over here is not going to be bad. This player hasn't got it yet. He's feeling it out. There, see that foot drop down. Now this time they're dropping the right foot. When they get over here, they drop the left foot. So each time they are working on a different foot. You can see he just mixed up. It's okay. Gosh, I've had all kinds of people that have to struggle with this. They probably have not spent a lot of time on footwork. Well, in a season with us, they're going to spend a lot of time on it. The guy on this side was not bad. You watch like I'm watching. The guy over here is doing it very slow. That's okay because he's never done it before. I'd say this guy has probably worked on footwork in his career. This one obviously hasn't, so he's got to take his time, and that's what I tell him to do. And get the footwork down first, and then you can speed up. Some of them have a pretty good feel for it, so they start out pretty fast. That's okay. Now the drill will speed up because we don't have to wait very long before we send the next group. Still, it's pretty slow, but now they should pop in there. They change lines, so they're doing it on both sides. That's what gives them total footwork. See how we're going a lot faster now. And once they get on it, 5 minutes of this every day, you'd be surprised. But now they're going to get a lot better on it. You know, as they do it every day. That guy on the far side made a mistake. But now you remember this guy was the guy who made the mistakes in the first run through, but now he's getting it. And we're telling them to keep their feet together, bring their feet together. This is all part of it. Just day after day, you know, we do this. So we get pretty good at it. And then we apply this to their one-on-one, and we make them just a little bit better, sometimes a lot better, at guarding a man. Uh, I remind coaches constantly, if you're getting penetrated, then you got to work with your players on one-on-one, and this is a good drill for them. Well, that's drill number 2. And as I said, we alternate them each day. I think it's very important to work with your players on footwork like this. They're two simple, very simple drills, but repetition day after day, and all of a sudden the footwork becomes something you don't even have to think about. And then you're in a better position to guard that guy one-on-one. Well, that's it for both of those drills.
Well, there you have both of our defensive footwork drills. As I said before, they're simple, but we run them every day in practice, one of them. And after a certain length of time, players have good footwork on them. You see the same players, after about 10 practices, there wouldn't be any mistakes. I don't have to say much at all after they get into that, experience with the drills. Well, that's it for today. Please don't hesitate to send any type of drills that you can get out of the Monk system drill book. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.